I'm Ernesto Garcia, and this is Get Going with GEPAR. Once again, follow us online through all of our social media platforms, such as Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And of course, find us online at elpasotx.com. On this edition, we're welcoming a very special guest. We're welcoming in the meteorologist from Channel 9, and also someone who you might be finding on YouTube and has another kind of alter ego side. That's Robert Bettis. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Ernesto, a pleasure.
Pleasure. And I'm looking forward to getting a chance to get to talk with you here. And I know our realtors would like to know just a little bit more about you. And we're going to get to the home inspection part. But first of all, let's get to it. It's summertime. It's really hot outside. Yes. Just how hot is it going to be in El Paso this summer? And do we need to worry about those insects and pests wanting to make our homes their homes?
Well, let's see. It's El Paso and it's summer. You don't need me to know that it's hot. No, I'm kidding. Very hot. June is the hottest month on average. All of our record heat has usually been hit in June with our hottest day of 114.
Oh, boy.
And that was fun. That was back in 1994. Of course, it is not abnormal to be in triple digits for several days in a row. But then finally what happens is that the upper level winds shift. We get the moisture in from the Gulf. It kind of scoots across Mexico, comes in here, and then boom, finally some relief. We get thunder showers day after day after day, the monsoon.
Well, for homeowners, what should we expect this monsoon season? Is it going to be something they need to worry about, and not only pests and insects, but also their home?
Well, I have a friend who owns a roofing company, and whenever there's any kind of a storm, the very next morning, I can just expect that call. Did it hail anywhere, Rob? And where? What side of town did it hail on? Because obviously a good hailstorm will batter an older roof and loosen up those shingles. I think roof damage is probably the number one thing people worry about in the monsoon, because with day after day of rain, your roof has been baking in the sun. It may have opened up a hole or a crack, or God forbid, but that happens, and then the thunder showers expose that. So I'd say roof damage potential for that.
You need to be very careful with that, especially this monsoon season. Of course, watch his forecast on KTSM Channel 9, and you can keep up with Robert and what's going on there. Now, I want to keep up with something that I saw the other day when I saw two videos that I was like, okay, you're on the open house show,
right?
You have a character you play, Cal Cooper.
Cal Cooper.
Please explain to me the inspiration of Cal Cooper. Where did this come from?
Sure. Well, I founded the open house show back in late '02. I actually invented the characters. There's Cal Cooper, the home improvement expert. He's from Fargo, up there, you know, in North Dakota. And he's like a tool-time type guy. He has not missed any meals. Then there's also Tomas Del Guapo. Tomas is an interior designer.
Okay.
He has a goatee, and he is only slightly colorblind. He's mainly got a big ego and pretty useless otherwise. Not too good at design either. But then we also have Nigel Pendleton, the Royal British Gardener. And he, of course, gives tips on gardening. A bumbling gardener, if you will. Cal Cooper was invented just because I've just known some people from back in the Midwest, and I love that accent. I love that tool-time type accent. So I just did it to mix it up, put on a flannel shirt, hammer, went to it. It kind of got the wig. I'm still wearing the wig from, I got these in '02. I spent $6.34 at Goodwill buying the uniform and the costume pieces. I use them today. Of course, we wash them. But they're the same.
They're the same.
They're
but
the
you know
same
what?
From 20-some years ago.
You got a bargain out of it. It worked out well.
I sure did. I got my money's worth from Goodwill on my costume pieces, yes.
Well, I tell you what, you're going to have to see these videos, and of course, you can find them online. Now, it's the open house show. What did you actually learn, or what did Cal Cooper learn, I should say, with being out with Jeffrey when they were doing the home inspection?
Okay, so we went and we did a special sketch. It's actually 3 2-minute sketches with Jeffrey Michael, who owns Integrity Inspections, and we try to also make these segments very informative, but we draw attention to them by putting in one of the characters. So there's actually a television method for using these characters. You'll draw your eye and your curiosity, and you'll say, well, who is that guy with the weird hair from from Fargo. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cal
oh, yeah.
Cooper, there you
oh,
go.
yeah. yeah. And so we got Jeffrey out there with his actual legitimate inspectors, and we went through the rooms, and you teach people that, look, there's a reason you want a home inspection before you purchase a home. There's a reason you want a home inspection before you sell a home, because you don't want to get into the weeds of, oh, you didn't disclose that. Oh, you didn't tell us. Oh, this, oh, that. Get a home inspection. They go through all that. They even test all the sockets, and, you know, they look at all the little cracks and everything like that. They give you a full report, full disclosure. If somebody's going to spend $500,000, don't they deserve that to know what's in the house? And you do too, in case you need to repair it.
Well, I tell you what, one of those areas you got to be careful with Cal Cooper is in the bathroom and your fridge. Okay, I'm just going to say that after watching and a little bit of, and hopefully have your light ready to
It's
go.
cold up there. It's cold up there in Fargo.
Yes, it. And then, of course, don't put Cal Cooper on the roof either of your home. That's just not going to go right.
Cal Cooper has if it's above 3 feet, there's some trepidation.
That's why he came from the Midwest. Have to ask, when you were out with Jeffrey, did you actually see any termites? Actually, or anything that surprises you?
No. When we were on our inspection, the home actually turned out pretty darn clean. I mean, there were some things like some appliance issues and stuff like that. You know, normal wear and tear and things don't heat up as fast or whatever, but all good. No termites.
Right. The Open House Show, you can find it online. It's on YouTube. I'll try to put the link if I can, or put a QR code so people can scan that. Yeah. I got one question left for you.
Please.
What's coming up? Is there another video on the way? Are we going to see Cal Cooper? Or are we going to see one of the other characters come out on that?
I have now been doing this show since it launched in
2002.
March of 03. Okay. So 2003. Then I believe it was 2014 when it went from SD to the bigger aperture full screen that we enjoy today. Yeah. So I had to basically take all the old archive, obsolete.
Gotcha.
But we've been shooting since, you know, all those years. I built up all these characters. We always have great stuff coming. We've got, we also are in Tucson, Austin, the Rio Grande Valley. So Cal Cooper's been on the beach fishing, you know, sure down there with the, you know, the palm trees and the mackerel. Yeah. And we also have some segments where we just do lifestyles of the rich and famous. So the thing about the Open House Show, 8 o'clock Sunday mornings on Channel 9, is that you never know what you'll get in the entertainment. Great homes for sale. You have to watch and see.
Any message you want to give to our association and the realtors that are watching?
We love our agents. The entire purpose of the Open House Show is to give agents a listing weapon. And we have a very small club of agents who are on the show because we have a limited amount of time. And so what we want for these agents is we want to give them a tool to convince home sellers to sign with them, that they're going to give them an extra added benefit to reach this entire audience that goes into Juarez as well, and draw those people in to hopefully procure contracts. Also, it helps if inventory starts to sit a little longer in the market, which if interest rates goes up, that's certainly possible. I don't think El Paso is going to collapse at all. I think it's going to thrive, but it's going to change a little bit. The Open House Show is also a nice way to say, hey, home seller, I do care about you. Your home is a priority. Let's put it on the home show, host an open house. It's a tool for agents. Everything is agent-centered.
Truly, he's a broadcast legend here in El Paso, and you get the forecast and you keep up to date. And we want to thank him for his time. And I'm glad you get a chance to speak with our association. And of course, I'm sure you love hearing back and forth. So if people want to reach you, get a hold of you, how can they do so?
Well, you can always send us communication through theopenhouseshow.com. That's the THE. And you can send us a message, send us an email. I'm easy to track down.
There you go, no doubt. Thanks for joining us on this week's Get Going with GEPAR. As always, this is who we are. And of course, you can find us online.